Today's 2-minute fairy tale is a creepy, cool story from Jewish folklore. It's problematic and spooky. It's called The Queen Who Was a Witch. There's a good king, everyone loves him, but he has a wife who, even though she's fine during the day, gets sick every night. And it says the custom is that she has a separate room from him and he has to ask permission to come to her room. And every night she's like, no, I'm sick, you can't come. Which implies, of course, she's also not sharing her marital bed with him. One night he decides, I'm just gonna spy on her. And so he hides outside her door and he sees her creep out, get on a horse, and ride away. So he follows her and sees her ride into this open field where she comes to a big stone. She gets off her horse, intones some magic words, and a door opens and she goes inside, and the king sneaks in after her. Here's where it gets problematic. He sees her go inside and there is a black man inside, and they embrace, kiss, and make love to each other. And the king, he watches the whole thing. When they're done, the queen heads back to the palace, but the king jumps out of the shadows once she's gone and beheads the man. In the morning, he comes to the queen with the head on a plaque and says, look what I did. And she goes, now you must become a dog. And she pricks him with a needle and he turns into a dog. She has her guards throw him out and he wanders the streets and people feel bad for him and give him scraps, but it said he's used to nice food on a clean plate, so he doesn't eat it and gets hungry. Eventually, he gets taken in by a little boy who is the son of a grain merchant, and he lives with them for a while like their pet. Now, one day, the daughter comes home from school and she's like, everyone's talking about how the king has disappeared. Have you noticed that our dog is unnaturally intelligent and clean and human-like? I think the dog is the king. Her family's like, I don't know. And she's like, no, I'm gonna clean him up and take him back to the palace. So she gives him a bath, and when she gives him the bath, he transforms back into the king. He hugs her, says thank you, and goes back to the palace with hatred in his heart for the queen. She knows he's coming, so she burns some magic grass and fills the room with smoke that makes him forget that he's mad at her, which is cool. But she kept the head of her dead lover, and when he sees it in a cabinet, he remembers. So she pricks him with a pin, turns him into a dove. He flies back to the grain merchant's house. The daughter washes him again. He becomes the king again, and she's like, hey, why don't you prick her with a pin and turn her into an animal? So the king bursts into her room, pricks her with a pin, and says, be a donkey from now on. She turns into a donkey, but the king's not done. He tells this chief builder, I want you to build me another palace, and I want you to use this donkey, make it do the most work. The donkey did all the hard work. After a few months, she could no longer stand on her feet, and she finally tumbled over and died. And that's the end of the story. There's some elements in this that you find in a lot of Middle Eastern folktales, particularly the interracial cheating, being with someone who is a slave or lower in the social order, and how that is even more of an insult to the man. But the animal shapeshifting and the smart girl who knows when to give a dog a bath make it special and all its own, and I just love it.